Well, good morning again, Drew. I want to take a moment here and record that second lesson we talked about here. Now, in this second lesson, what we try to do, or what we try to talk about here, was trying to make a little bit more of a shoulder turn, trying to get that weight back to the right-hand side, turning through back to the left-hand side. Now, as we look here, the first drill I did, the first thing we went over in the lesson, was just kind of a stretch, trying to loosen up this lower back, trying to loosen up the back and all in general, whereas you turn back to the right-hand side, and then back to the left. So as we see this, that's the whole point here. As we see that, just that turn, just trying to keep that position, turning back to the right-hand side. And then as we see this, we should see it turn back to the right. Then it turned back to the left. Actually, I didn't get that on there. I apologize there. But what I want you to do by doing this here, initially, just feeling the weight turn back to the right, feeling the shoulder there, and feel that weight transfer through from that right-hand side to that left side. You know, maybe doing it as a warm-up when you're working out, or just in position, feeling that weight transfer from the right to the left. I keep reiterating it, but you're going to see this. We do this more and more. But I just want you to feel comfortable with turning the shoulders, feeling that weight, because the upper half. Think about the golf swing here. Is the upper half turns more than, probably 30% more, 40% more than what the hips do. Now the hips then turn quite a bit more than what the knees and lower body do, but that's more of your base. That's your base, allowing everything to twist up. So obviously your knees turn less, hips turn more, shoulders turn even more. A good idea to see is let's look at a guy, Dustin Johnson here. He's got out on tour right now. And what Dustin does, and I'm going to kind of show you the side view of Dustin here just so you can kind of see this positioning. But what you can find here, give me 2 seconds. There he is, right there. All right, so what you can watch here, and what I want you to pay attention to, he's a tall individual like yourself, but as he turns back, you can see how the shoulders turn more. Yep, in this case here, look how much his shoulders turn here, hips have turned here, knees are here, and obviously the feet none. So you can see that position, and kind of the consistency of how that torque or how that transition occurs as he turns up to the top of his golf swing. Now, with that turn, obviously, we're not taking you to there quite yet, but initially, what we want to see is just a full body turn rather than just your arms and hands like we've seen with your previous golf swing. So what we did and what we talked about here. And when we look at this here, what I want you to do is I want you to go back to the first drill that I showed you last week. And by showing that here, what you initially do is all I want you to do is just take the club up, right up the waist high like we talked, and then from there, that's when I want you to just feel the club go up, shoulder turn back, and hands go over that right shoulder. When we compare you there to where you were last time, you can almost see a drastic difference between these two positions here. Because what you can see is right here, you can see how the difference of how the club comes straight up and where you're all arms, all arms and no shoulders right there compared to, look at your shoulder turn. Look how your body has literally turned, and look at the angle of the club. The club is not as upright as what we see here. It's almost on that same plane that I kind of set up initially here in the back. But you can kind of see a much better position here compared to what we see here, night and day. And that's all I want you to do. So again, just reiterate, I just want you to swing up the shoulder, take it back to waist high that we did last time, and then turn up and over your right shoulder. And then that right elbow comes down. As I move the screen here, move the side view of it here, and all I want you to do, I didn't take it, so that's all that position. I just wanted you to feel yourself come down from that position, back down into impact here. And it wasn't all the way through, but just a turn up, feel that full shoulder turn, weight turn back to there, and just bring it back down is all I want you to do. First couple ones, just kind of feeling that transition up. Then from there, what we did and what I had you do is I brought out the heavy bag. Now when I bring out the heavy bag, all I want you to do is I want you to be able to release that coil that we generate by turning back to that right-hand side. And obviously I was talking to you then, it didn't do anything, but just turn it back to the top. Great shoulder turn right there. We turn up, right elbow into the side, bam. Great transition. You can kind of see here. Look at the hips turning through. Look at your transfer of weight. See the club wanting to release a little bit, but that's a much better position of what we wanted to see back and through. So if you got a old gym bag, fill full of some towels, old clothes that you don't use anymore, but just feel that transition up. We turn back, like I said, first the waist high, then we turn the shoulders back, up to the back, getting them hands up over that right shoulder, and then back down through. And I want probably 10 to 20 swings into the bag. I just want you to feel that transition back up. We're up, right elbow into the side, driving into the bag. And this is a great position. This is where you said you finally realized that right elbow coming into the side and the body turning into it. That's all we want to do. All we want to do, Drew, is feel that position down and through time after time. Now this is when we took it to the golf club, the golf ball. And all I want you to do is nice, easy swings. I didn't want this ball going more than 60 yards, with a regular golf swing. But you can kind of see your position here. We took it up the waist high. We turn back, down, and through. Now look at the difference here of where your club is coming down here through impact. Look how much more at impact here. A little more leg drive through impact, right through there. Hips starting to go compared to right there. See that right knee right here, right knee's going, right hip's turning through shoulders. Big difference between what we see over here on the right hand side. No knee, no shoulders, all upper body, all hands, arms that we see here. Night and day difference. Great swing there, Drew. Good job, good swing, good position. So 20 balls nice and slow, feeling that position, those wiffle balls or those orange balls you said you had in the back. Like I said, all it was turn up, waist high first, then turn those shoulders back. We're here, down, and through. Now, if you have any questions, by all means, Drew, I want you to give me a call, 314-724-6539, or shoot me an email at michaelwyattgolf@gmail.com. But like I said, what we're working on is trying to get that full shoulder turn, feeling the weight transfer back from the right-hand side to the left, and do it effectively. So when you do these, I want you to do that club on the shoulders, feeling that turn back and forth. 2, nice and slow, just trying to feel that transition up. So no ball, just taking the waist high, then turn the shoulders up, hands go up over those right shoulders, or hand and club go up over that right shoulder. Then just let the club come back down to impact. Do that 15, 20 times. And then ideally, just like the waist high drill. I want it nice and slow turning up, and then nice and slow turning down and through. Any questions, like I said, give me a shout. Talk to you later.